So this is the going home episode of WWE Smackdown before Hell in a Cell 2018. Did it do more hype than Raw? Well, I guess it depends on how you look at it, but did anything make me excited about watching the Hell in a Cell pay-per-view? No, and I'm sticking to that. And stay tuned for my predictions about that show. But Jeff Hardy comes out. Yeah, his bottom line of his interview, his shoot or whatever, was saying that he was a daredevil. Now, what's interesting is that this is his first Hell in a Cell match. He's basically been in just about everything else except for Hell in a Cell. What, is he going to do a swanton off the freaking cell? Is that going to freaking happen? Is that going to take place? I don't know. But anyway, he faces Shinsuke Nakamura. And in fashion of, it wasn't even for the United States Championship. No United States Championship match in a while, and he's not even going to be in the Hell in a Cell defending that belt. Here we go with devaluing titles again, because basically it was like, hey, here's a consolation prize. We'll script you to keep it as long as we can, since you're not WWE Champion, Shinsuke. How's that? But Jeff Hardy was basically about to hit the swanton bomb on Nakamura when Randy Orton comes and pushes him off for the disqualification, attacks Jeff Hardy, and hits Jeff Hardy with some chair. Have a seat. Then Randy Orton does his traditional Bill Cosby dance and then tries to curl up to try to do his RKO, but Randy Orton just got foiled, and Jeff Hardy proceeds to come back with some chair shots. Now, the choreography with these chair shots was abysmal, but I could see what they're going for. Randy Orton gets hit by chair shots, he gets a twist of fate, and he actually gets hit with a swanton bomb to end that segment. And it's like, alright, that's fine, you know. So, for the rest of the show, you had an interview with maryse jizzed in, and waste of time with Miz and Maryse. It's always a waste of time with them, because you know what they're going to say, and then afterwards you know what they're going to do. That's what's so messed up about them being in the spotlight of any kind, saying and then doing. You know, there's been coward wrestlers or sports entertainers throughout the years. People have ran from people, but when it came down to it, they actually got in there and fought one-on-one. You can even say that about the Honky Tonk Man. He had a manager, not wrestlers always helping him out. You can even say that about Jeff Jarrett. Yeah, he did have the Road Dogg helping him, but throughout his career, yeah, he could actually get certain things done on his own, so he actually has earned respect. I remember when Randy Orton always had somebody, or Evolution, or Legacy, or whatever. But you know damn well he's dangerous and that he can get the job done alone. You know this. That's why each and every one of those guys had a caliber to them, from Intercontinental to World Championship status. The Miz has none of that. And that's why I don't like him in the position that he is. Terry Taylor had more skill than The Miz. Sam Houston had more skill than The Miz. Again, people praise his quote-unquote mic skills, but no, that shouldn't launch you to the WWE Championship or any title, as a matter of fact. But anyway, AJ Styles addresses Samoa Joe in, a chilling fashion. Yeah, but again, this hits on a broken record about the family thing, the personal thing. You know me for years. You know how to get to me. That's what basically he says. And Samoa Joe later on in the show had a book, a nursery rhyme. AJ Styles goes night night. It was pretty entertaining, but again, it still hit on the, you're gonna go night night, and it's gonna be me with your family and all that, or you're gonna return home. Yeah, he's coming home, and so on. And that's supposed to hype us up. I can understand the personal ordeal, but still, there should have been some type of confrontation with these two. That's what last week's confrontation should have been. It should have been this week. But I guess they don't want to go for that as far as hyping up the WWE Championship with a confrontation. Charlotte Flair faces Sonya Deville. Yeah. Mandy Rose was there. And Sonya Deville basically tapped to the figure 8. Alright, that's fine. But when Charlotte was celebrating after the match and even trying to take a selfie with a couple of girls out there, she gets attacked by someone in the audience that just so happens to be Becky Lynch in disguise. Alright, puts this armor on her, and yeah. See? Even that got some hype. The SmackDown Women's Championship got some hype, but the WWE Championship did not get hype as far as a confrontation. Yeah. Alright. So, speaking of championships, Rusev Day versus The Bar in order to face the New Day at Hell in a Cell, even though it won't be a Hell in a Cell match. So last year they had a Hell in a Cell match versus the Usos, which was great. Now they're tag team champions, and now they're going to be defending it versus Rusev Day. A bro kick was about to be done on Rusev, but Aiden English pushed Rusev out of the way and took the damn kick, and then a Machka kick later to Sheamus, and then Rusev gets the pin, and now they're going to Hell in a Cell to face Rusev Day versus New Day. So, are you going to win the championships on Rusev Day? That's what Aiden English says. And quite frankly, honestly, I thought that Rusev Day was buried because of how they did his first and only WWE Championship title shot as of right now. So, I don't know. Wow. Andrade Cien Almas versus R-Truth. R-Truth went to being on the main event of the show, and then being sideshowed, and then actually being rolled up with his shorts being pulled by Andrade after. It's funny how it looked like Andrade and Selena Vega was kind of posing, and Selena was underneath the bottom rope and posing and laying down, but Carmella was actually at ringside and goes and pulls her and starts beating her down, and that's where the whole confusion got into the ring. Look, the only reason why they even have R-Truth and Carmella together is for this mixed tag stuff again. And I'm not even interested in that because it has nothing. It has no bearing on what's going to be going on in storyline-wise or championships or anything like that. Damn it. Carmella, SmackDown Women's Champion, to now bouncing around with R-Truth, actually saying what's up during his entrance. Hilarious? Yes. But meaningful? No. Oh, man. At least no mixed tag with them and Selena and Andrade is taking place at Hell in a Cell. At least they didn't do that. Unlike the next people that I'm going to address. So, you have this as the main event. You have Brie Bella versus Maryse in the main event of SmackDown. You have this as your main event. First of all, I'm not a fan of the freaking Bellas, okay? And then there's Maryse. Not a fan of her either. Never was. The only reason why I believe that The Miz got to where he was because of her, because she had the Divas Championship before he had the WWE Championship. Oh yeah, doing favors, huh? Or The Miz did it himself when he was doing that to Pat Patterson. I don't know. But that's my theory. That's my opinion. But anyway, you had Maryse running around during the damn match. Almost all match. Why do you have this as the main event? Why? To try to hype it up as to say that Daniel Bryan and Brie Bella can somehow get their hands on Miz and Maryse and actually do damage and actually get the win. We already know that's possible. We already know that's one of the only feasible choices. But to have this as a main event, you could have had Jeff Hardy and Shinsuke Nakamura as the main event, and Randy Orton attack, and then Jeff Hardy getting the upper hand. At least they're having a Hell in a Cell match at Hell in a Cell, so it would have been nice to have them as the main event. Or you could have had a WWE Championship confrontation. Or you could even had Charlotte Flair being attacked by Becky Lynch as the main event. But no, they went with this. So you had the Yes Lock applied to Maryse by Brie Bella after finally she catches up with her, because of all her running, and then the Miz actually gets on the microphone. Brie Bella even got on the mic, and I'm like, oh no, scary thought. But called Maryse a coward. Coward and Miz Coward. Well, Miz Coward, I think that's the same thing. But, yeah, Miz, she's a two-time Divas champion. So, what does that mean? She just had a baby again. So what? And no, just but the Yes Lock was applied, and when that was done, the Miz has the nerve to grab Brie Bella and pull her out of the ring. So you're telling me that the Miz couldn't pull the ref? You mean to tell me that the Miz couldn't pull his wife out and then cause a disqualification that way? You mean to tell me that the only option here, WWE, was to pull out Brie Bella and basically slam her against the ground outside the ring? So Daniel Bryan attacks. And then they had a damn segment where Daniel Bryan falls over Brie Bella. And I'm just like, oh, God. But what happens is that Brie and Daniel Bryan get attacked by Miz and Maryse. And then, well, what do you know? It gets reversed. And Brie and Daniel get the upper hand anyway. And that ends the show. And I'm like, this is supposed to be the main event of this SmackDown. If I was at this SmackDown, I would be pissed to know that this was the last segment of the show. This was the main event of the show. I would have been mad as hell. Belts in tow, I still would have been pissed. But that was SmackDown Live. Anyway, once again, do you think my opinions are full of shit? Do you agree or disagree with me? If you're watching this on YouTube, please comment below. Hit that like button, hit subscribe, set up those notifications. If you're on Spreaker.com or on Apple's iTunes, once again, thank you for joining along. But I am not hyped up for this Hell in a Cell whatsoever, and stay tuned for my prediction video about Hell in a Cell 2018. Drop kicks, body slams, throw motherfuckers over the top rope, both feet hitting the floor. Yes, I'm a wrestling fan. This is the theme. And the theme is go. Credits.